My name is Borana Hajdinaj, and I graduated from Drexel in March of 2012, and I was a double major in Criminal Justice and Sociology. With the help of the Fellowships Office, I have applied for a Boren Award and a Fulbright. My Fulbright project was in the area of gender studies, and I wanted to do qualitative research in the form of narrative interviews. I was affiliated with an organization in the capital, and they had branches out in all of Albania, so their database had women from all around, from different backgrounds, and I wanted to do open-ended interviews with them, and the subjects would range from political to religious, social issues, and see where they felt they stood in comparison with their male counterparts when it came to equality. The essays themselves, my goodness, when I first read it, it said 2 pages, single space. I was like, piece of cake. I have done papers in one night that have been longer than this, but those papers have been research in fields that weren't so intimate. They weren't about me. And even though you might be an individual that feels they strongly know who they are, pinpointing exactly who you are to highlight your strengths and to even sort of unveil a bit of what your weaknesses are so that people know what to realistically expect of you is very difficult. And to put that in 2 pages is even more difficult. So I was also very grateful for having the friends that I did. They knew me so well that when I couldn't phrase it a certain way, they could help me because they'd watched me grow in that process. And having people that have done gender studies or were interested in it, I was lucky in a lot of that. And also that I was not shy. I would ask anyone. I would keep copies. I had drafts upon drafts in my bag. And whenever I met someone that I thought could give me some insight, I would have them sit down. I would beg them to sit down and just reread it for me. Even just a page or some commentary. I would give them a brief overview of what I was doing, and that helps. Start early, because your semester is definitely gonna whirlwind. It's gonna become a tornado, and you're not gonna have enough time to apply for a Fulbright. A Fulbright feels like it's like a whole course load in and of itself, or like a whole term at times, depending on how much you invest in it. So definitely starting early would help, and picking something that you're passionate about because you're gonna be living there. The process is something that I have to get used to. I plan on going to grad school, so even if, the fates don't have it in for me to go back in the near future, the application process and finding out what I want from myself is going to help with the grad school application. And I've also, from it personally, found out that I want to make this life-changing move back home. That's a big deal to me. So. If you don't get it, it means a lot to become a finalist, to know that America was backing me, that they feel that this is important. But most importantly, I know that it's worth doing, and you should definitely choose a project that you feel will not only better you as an individual, but have that fine balance of bettering you and society, because at least for me, it's important what we do together to better humanity.